Hi, I'm T. Winnie, a recently retired educator, slow traveling the world one stay at a time. I recently had the opportunity to visit the continent of Africa for the very first time. It was such an amazing adventure, and I'm going to share my journey with you. After 10 glorious days in Cape Town, my niece and I decided to visit Johannesburg. She was there with me for the weekend, and we stayed in a really nice hotel right in the center of Rosebank called the Hyde Hotel. It was so cute. I loved it. I loved everything about it. It was very modern, well decorated, very clean, and really in the heart of everything. The ambiance and decor was really pretty and warm and welcoming. I loved everything about it. The hotel had a beautiful restaurant called Proud Mary. We ate there both nights that we were in the hotel. Food was delicious, the service was excellent, and just the ambiance and decor of the restaurant was really pretty. If you ever visit Proud Mary in Rosebank, I strongly recommend the seafood pasta. Absolutely amazing. I really intended on staying in the Rosebank area for my extended stay, but I could not find an Airbnb during that time frame. So I was glad I at least got to spend the weekend there with my niece. The weather was beautiful, and I just enjoyed walking around, people watching, walking through the huge Rosebank Mall. There are tons of eateries and lots of things to see and do in the area. After my niece left, I moved into my Airbnb with the intention of staying there for 3 weeks. The building was well secured. There's a security gate and also a security guard on duty 24 hours a day. And it was very quiet and relaxing. One of my favorite things to do was to sit in this sunroom and look out the window. There were tons of birds and beautiful flowers. I would sit there and have an espresso and really just enjoy half of my day there. Although I spent most of my time in Joburg in my Airbnb, I did get out and about in Joburg. While I was there, I visited the Apartheid Museum and Constitution Hill. I would recommend that you do that if you're visiting Joburg for the first time. It is a bit heavy, but very informative and full of the detailed history of the apartheid and the things that happened in South Africa. Towards the end of my trip, I decided to book a day tour to Soweto. It was a half-day tour, which really ended up being a full-day tour. Um, Full of activity. It was a nice drive through the city, and our tour guide was very informative. He took us to see all of the interesting sights in Joburg, and it was really a beautiful day to just drive around. Soweto was not at all what I expected it to be. I knew it was a township, but it was nothing like the townships that I saw in Cape Town. Part of Soweto looks like an average working class to middle class neighborhood in Dallas, Texas, or in Louisiana. But then there were parts that didn't look anything remotely like the US. This was very shocking to me just to see the number of goats just lounging about in the street and in the field. We were told they were not free roaming goats, that there was a shepherd nearby. We also got to see some of the townships that were not remotely similar to a middle class neighborhood. It's very disheartening to see, and I was really surprised that it was part of the tour, but I was glad that I got to see it nonetheless. I did not capture a ton of video here because this is people's homes, and I did not want to be intrusive or disrespectful, but I think it's important to share. The absolute best part of the tour for me was getting to see these beautiful little babies singing and dancing and clapping. This is a preschool that we got to visit. They were prepared for us. They had a show ready to go, and after they performed, they showed us some love, full of hugs and kisses. It was my favorite thing. It makes me want to cry just thinking about it. I wanted to take all of them home with me. This part of the tour was after lunch, and it became more of a walking tour. So we walked through this part of Soweto. We got to go inside of the Mandela home and learn about some of the events that occurred there while Nelson and Winnie lived there. We walked around for about another 20 to 25 minutes. There was a lot to see and learn about in the neighborhood. We also got to visit the location of the Soweto uprising, where students were murdered during the apartheid protests. So it was a long, warm day to be out in the sun walking, but it was very interesting and very fascinating. I'm glad that I took the tour. I loved driving through all of the neighborhoods in Joburg. We got to see so many beautiful areas, tree-lined streets, commercial areas also. We got to drive past several of Nelson Mandela's homes. It was very interesting, and I was super excited to see those things. This was the last thing that I did in Joburg. I actually cut my trip short. I was supposed to be there for 3 weeks, but I decided to spend my last week in South Africa back in Cape Town, where I started, because I really missed it. So this was the end of my journey in Joburg. Thanks for watching to the end. Be blessed.